Alright, welcome. Today, we are diving deep into Concord. You know, it's one of those grammar topics that shows up everywhere on your WAEC, JAMB, and NECO English exams. Seriously, getting this right is one of the fastest ways to grab some extra marks, so let's jump right in. So you might be wondering, why all the fuss about Concord? Well, it's because this rule is literally the backbone of a proper English sentence. Examiners absolutely love it because it's a quick and easy way for them to see if you really understand how the language works. Master this, and you're already way ahead of the game. Okay, so first things first. Before we can master it, we've got to understand it. Let's break down what Concord actually is. Look, at its heart, the idea is really simple. Concord just means that the different parts of your sentence have to agree with each other. A singular subject needs a singular verb. A plural subject needs a plural verb. It's kind of like a team. All the players have to wear the same jersey. They have to match. And this is exactly why we're here. Nailing Concord isn't just about passing one little grammar section. Nope, it earns you marks all over the exam paper. We're talking objective questions, those tricky sentence correction parts, and maybe most importantly, it makes your essays sound sharp, intelligent, and impressive. So now that we know what it is, let's get into the core principles. These are the absolute basics, the rules you just can't afford to get wrong. This is it, the big one. Rule number 1 is the absolute heart of Concord. Think of it as the golden rule of building sentences. One person or thing. It gets one type of verb. Many people or things. They get a different type. It sounds easy, but you'd be surprised how often this is where mistakes creep in. Just take a look at the table here. It makes it super clear. On the left, you've got gozy. That's one person, right? So the verb gets that S at the end. Right. But on the right, the students, that's a whole bunch of people. So the verb is just right. Do you see that? That little S makes all the difference. But wait, it's not just about subjects and verbs, pronouns, you know, words like he, she, it, their. They have to match the noun they're replacing to. This is another favorite trap that examiners love to set, so let's pay close attention here. Look at this. It's common sense, really. You wouldn't say Chinedu lost their book, would you? Of course not. Chinedu is one boy, so we use his. And the girls are plural, more than one, so we have to use their. The pronoun has to match, simple as that. Okay, you've got the basics down pat. Now for the fun part. Let's look at the special cases, the tricky situations that examiners use to try and catch you out. But don't worry, we are going to see them coming. Okay, this slide right here is pure exam gold. You need to burn this into your brain. Words like everyone or each feel like they're talking about a lot of people. But in the world of grammar, they are always, and I mean always, singular. So you say everyone is here, not everyone are here. Now this one is a biggie. What happens if you have two subjects? Well, if they're joined by and, it's easy, they become plural. Amoka and Tond, that's two people, so they are reading. But look at that second row. If you use or no, the verb only agrees with the subject that's right next to it. In the example, students is closest to the verb. And since students is plural, the verb is were. Or, another classic exam trick. Don't like that S on the end of these words, fool you for a second. Words like news, mathematics, physics, they represent a single thing, a single concept. So they are always singular. The news is on, physics is hard, always. And what about groups of people? This is what we call a collective noun. Words like committee or team or family. Even though they are made up of many members, they act as one single unit. That's why they take a singular verb. The committee, as one body, has decided. Alright, series great, but let's get our hands dirty. It's time to see how all these rules actually work when you're under pressure looking at real exam questions you could easily face. Here we go, a perfect WAEC style question. Each of the students, a prize. Take a second, think about the rules we just went through. What's your answer? Let's walk through it together. Step 1, what's the real subject? Is it students? No, it's the word each. Step 2, what do we know about each? We just learned it's always singular, so step 3 is easy. A singular subject needs a singular verb, and that's receives. So the correct answer is B. C. The whole phrase of the students is just noise. It's a distraction put there on purpose to confuse you. Your job is to ignore the noise and lock onto the true subject, which was each. Ready for another one? This is a very common style you'll see in JAMB. This one should feel familiar. The committee decided to postpone the meeting. And yep, you got it. The answer is A, has. Remember our rule about collective nouns? A committee, a team, a family. They act as one single body. They make one single decision. So the committee has decided. Don't think about the many members. Think about the one group. Okay, deep breath. We've gone through the rules. We've practiced with real questions and we've uncovered the traps. Now let's pull it all together into a clear, simple strategy you can take with you into the exam hall. This right here, this is your cheat sheet, your survival guide. If you can walk into that exam and just remember these key points, you'll be able to handle almost any Concord question they throw at you. It's a system. Find the subject, check its number, then make everything else match. And finally, here are your practical on-the-ground tactics for exam day. First, physically take your pen and underline the subject in the question. It forces you to focus. Second, trust your ear. Sometimes reading a sentence out loud, even whispering it, can help you hear when something just sounds wrong. And of course, always stick to standard English. So, I leave you with this final thought, a little challenge. The absolute best way to become a master of Concord is to start noticing it and noticing the mistakes all around you. In conversations, online, in song lyrics, when you can spot bad Concord in the real world, you'll know for sure that you are ready for your exam. Good luck.